Now with the demo of if you search on Steam, you can't because it's in Chinese or whatever, but you can see there in English that is Moment of Moonset. So this is like a very weird game to describe, and it's like it's a visual novel. I think it's with horror because you can see this image, and of course it's like yeah, the develop and publish is like in Chinese or Japanese, and so I don't know how to say that, but it seems very interesting because of being weird. Of course there is some issues here and there in terms of translation. Some things are not translated, so but at least the artwork it's cool. So let's start here. This game has multiple branches and endings. Every choice you make will affect the direction of the story, but of course this is a demo. When text blocks the screen, you can right click to temporarily remove the text interface. You can also view game progress through gallery. The most important thing is remember to save it anytime that is in here. As you can see, it's even in Japanese, Chinese. So one thing that they have to translate. Okay, see even in here. But I understand, like it's a demo, they want to only to get feedback and like that. I've never heard her speak, and I have never seen her face, but she was my best playmate as a child. My name is Xiaolu, and your name should be Hand Hand. The deer and the hand hand are the best friends. Why does that child have fun looking at the hole in the wall all day long? Probably playing Sol. It doesn't matter as long as she's happy. Because I talk about the daughter that is Panglu. Hand because this big hand in here is very white as snow. Hand is huge, bigger than any adult's hands. She can easily hold me in the palm of her hand. I like to sit in it and sing to her. She sometimes puts on all kinds of weird poses to make me laugh. I will share interesting things in life with her every day and introduce my family and friends to her. But no one can see Hand, only I can. There we go, that's why the parents can't see why she is always looking through a hole. Our secret friendship lasted like this for 3 years. When I was about to graduate from kindergarten, Hand fell ill. I could see that she was very ill. She is aging, shrinking, and festering little by little. I couldn't stop her condition from getting worse. I could only watch her disappear bit by bit. Until the end, leaving a small hole in the fence and the grey white wall of the neighbor's house behind the hole. So I explain what was happening. See, in here, Japanese like not translated to English. So 20 years later, I graduated from an ordinary school. Work in an ordinary job, receive an ordinary salary, and live an ordinary life with 2 poles and 1 line. No goals, no ideas, this me. My name is Panglu, an ordinary single woman. After working overtime looking at the busy traffic under the neon lights, I often imagine that it would be great if something could happen. No matter it's good or bad, I just hope it can break this day-to-day cycle. But I also know that being ordinary is not easy. Being able to spend every day smoothly is also a blessing. But why? I feel sad for no reason. Is it because the rental house is always cold and damp, or is it because of the endless overtime work, or is it because I have not been able to fall in love so far? What am I sad about and what am I longing for? Are you longing for love? It seems that I have never really liked someone since I was a child. If I really want to say who impressed me the most, the only one I can think of is her. But she is only in my childhood memory. If she appears in that form, can she still be considered a human being? I'm not even sure if she really exists. Maybe it's just an hallucination caused by my insanity when I was a child. Go back and have a look? Yes, go back and look at the broken fence where she once appeared. Maybe you can find something. Let's set off immediately. In order to prevent me from changing my mind, I immediately packed my things. I got on the train as to my hometown. I didn't even have time to, because this sudden idea excited me. I haven't been so excited for a long time. You can see that the text instead of being in the middle, it's through this side, and some words don't even finish. I don't want to return to peace. I want to do something, and it must be now, immediately. That's one thing that I can adjust. An overnight drive. After arriving at my destination, I quickly fell into deep thought again. As expected, the current environment is no longer what I was like in childhood. Strange streets, strange buildings. After moving with my parents, I never came back. It's only natural that there are such earth-shaking change. I couldn't help but laugh at my own impulsiveness and stupidity. But steps did not stop. Walking through alley after alley, don't know where to go next, don't know what to do next. There was only a little bit of unwillingness in my heart. Suddenly, a shadow flashed across the pile of debris not far away, but the deer could, could not see it clear. So we have here choice because the choice that you do will have an impact on the in the endings, right? That's why it has multiple endings. So run immediately to find the source of noise. Look around carefully. Run. So we gain brave +1. You can see that in here it's brave. The deer immediately rushed towards the direction where the shadow jumped. He kicked open the debris blocking it. The familiar fence suddenly appeared in front of her. That's right, that's it. Even the gap on it's exactly the same as before. Little dear? Zhu Xiao? Ah, dear, it's really you. Why are you here? My cat ran out again. Didn't it scare you? It turns out to be your cat. Zhu Zhu Xiao is Pang Lu Junior High School classmate. After graduation, they went their separate ways. Here it is, something about that girl, that's our friend, with a zero, whatever it is. Never thought we'll meet her. After a while of greetings, the two sat on a pile of debris and talked to each other about their experience. God, this story sounds kind of scary. From this fence, reach out a giant hand? Well, I want to find her. However, she has disappeared. From your description, it seems like she died of a critical illness. Well, before I came here, I thought I would never see him again, but this all seems to let me feel that she's still here then. Ha, I haven't seen you for many years, and I'm saying so many inexplicable things to you all at once. It's a bit brute, I'm really sorry. I believe what you're saying. We have always been very good friends, haven't we? Great, I thought you'll think me crazy. We've always been good friends. No, gonna say the first one. No way, I'm also very interested in this kind of supernatural phenomena. Can I join you? But that didn't give nothing because 0, 1, nothing else. Join in? Ha, you misunderstood. I just acted on a whim and had no plan. As soon as he finished speaking, Pangu suddenly felt that the world was spinning and his eyes were completely dark. Let's see if the end is still alive. Where am I? In midair? The surrounding scenery is like coming from another world, unable to see the blue-purple sky of morning and evening, twist and ferocious cloud shapes. In the center of the field of vision stands a huge door, which is incredibly huge. A black smell emanates from the crack in the door, mixed with harsh noise. That voice sounds like crying and laughing at the same time. I have never witnessed such a weird scene. Ah, the boy's heart began to fall, getting faster and faster. What happened? Will I fall and die? The feeling of rapid descent frightened me to the extreme, as if I'm about to be torn into pieces. Sudden, a huge force appeared behind me, drawing me slowly. That force is calm and gentle, like invisible hands gently holding me. It gave me an inexplicable sense of familiarity and intimacy, which made me feel a little more at ease. But the uneasiness and fear in my heart still lingered. They haunt me like a shadow, let me be trapped in the confusion and uneasiness of the unknown environment. You can see that the artwork is very good. You finally woke up. When you open your eyes again, it's already evening. The person in front of him was still Zhu Shihao. Pan Lu struggled to get up, only to realize that he had been lying on Zhu Xiao's arms. What's wrong with me? You just suddenly fell asleep, sleeping very deeply in still and still snoring. Huh? Did I just sleep like this all day? Mm, you just hold me like this all day long? Hmm. I'm so sorry. I seem to have met her in a dream. Is it really related to the hole? Hole? Yes, that hole. When Panglu looked at the damaged fence again, he was stunned. What the? She really appeared again. But the difference is, what sticks out from the hole is not a hand, but a pair of feet. Zhu Xiao, do you see that? What? She appears, look, there it is. That gap, it is indeed more damaged than the original one. Not the hole, it's the feet. She really back. It just turned out into a pair of feet. Huh? A pair of feet? I really didn't see anything. Xiaolu, are you still in the dream? Pang Lu slowly approached the feet, stretched out his hand, and stroked them. The skin, but you see that says he instead of she. The skin color is like snow, the cold touch, and the huge size. Yes, it's her. Not only can I see it, I can touch it. It's amazing, she's really back. Panglu excitedly hushed forward and hugged her. However, she's not as lovely as she was in childhood. There was no reaction to Panglu's hug, still lying there motionless. Strange, what's wrong with you? Hand? Why doesn't it move? I'm a little deer, don't you remember me? Zhu Xiao watched as Pang Lu fell onto a invisible object, his upper body hanging in the air. She was surprised and came over. I fumbled around with my hands for a while but found nothing. Is there really something bizarre that only you, Pang Lu, can see? Pang Lu calmed down and said. She stood up and looked at the huge feet, thinking. A hand is not just a hand, she should have a complete body. Judging from the pose of her feet, she seemed to be lying down motionless. Was she asleep, still sick? Or what happened that prevented her from responding to me? Earthquake? What? The ground is shaking. It's an earthquake. Well, nothing happened. Zhu Xiao didn't seem to feel the change in the environment. What the fuck? Not far away, the ground cracked, emitting a strange red light. Then many vine-like things emerged from the cracks, accompanied by the constant wriggling of mucus. There were more and more cracks, and soon they spread to Pang Lu's feet. Several vines jumped out and tied her tight. Pang Lu didn't have time to think and Sukos grabbed Zhu Xiao. The vines wrapped around her body also grew along Pang Lu's arms towards Zhu Xiao. The moment Tang Man touched Zhu Xiao's heart trembled violently. Then all the incredible memories came into her eyes. What she saw, heard, and felt at this moment was exactly the same as Pang Lu. What was going on? Where did these things come from? I don't know anything. How to do? More and more vines tied them up. They are no longer able to struggle. In a trance, I caught a glimpse of a huge thing standing in the distance. I can't see clearly what it is. I just feel that it's full of darkness and infinite oppression. That's why I say it's a weird game, this. I was walking alone on a small road in the countryside. I brought the cakes to my grandma to try. Her family lives in a remote and secluded place. I have to be careful about whether there are big bad wolves on the roads. Little dear, it's your turn. Oh, I'm Huangkong number 1 and Little Red Riding Hood walked past me. I'm Huangkong number 2 and Little Red Riding Hood walked past me. I'm tree number 1 and Little Red Riding Hood is about to enter the woods. I'm tree number 2 and Little Red Riding Hood, grandma's house is right in front. Panglu wore a red cloak and walked back and forth on the stage. The next script is to open the door of grandma's home, and then Panglu felt bored with the script, which she had practiced dozens of times. She looked blankly at the audience, her thoughts no longer on the stage. At this time she felt that she only should be Little Red Riding Hood holding a sword, Little Red who thinks carefully, Little Red without hair. She felt that she should be, she should be who thinks carefully. Cautious. Beyond the door is a big bad wolf that has already eaten my grandmother. It will swallow me the moment I open the door. Then the uncle will appear. The hunter will defeat Big Bad Wolf and rescue me, my grandma, and me. I already know the process and the ending of the story. I just need to follow the story step by step to complete Little Hiding Hood's mission. How would the story develop if the person under the red cloak was not Brittany but Panglu? Can I change the story? Panglu thought about it. The steps began to become stiff. What the fuck? Huh? The ski slowly tore open, revealing the wooden pole inside. Every joint in the body is making harsh friction sound. She dropped her head. There is a long thin rope tied behind the neck, like a puppet on a string. Ah! Pangu woke up from his dream again. The scene from the primary school drama performance still lingers in my mind. That was her first time performing on stage. I don't know why the drama in my dream becomes so weird. She calmed down, got out of bed, and looked around. Suddenly, I found myself in a dilapidated environment. Through the furniture, you can vaguely tell that this is the room where you lived when you were a child. It's just that everything seems to be infected with a virus, showing unnatural and decaying color. These red scars look like blood vessels and are everywhere. The two pictures on the wall, I remember they were family portraits, but now they look like blurry faces. Below is a landscape painting, but the scene in the page seems to be like a rain of blood. The quilt I used to cover when I was a child also shows a sticky state, similar to the large intestine. Zushia, where are you? Am I still in a dream? Whoa, I feel so uncomfortable. I can hardly tell the difference between reality and dreams. Walk out of the room. I saw tableware for a family of three, neatly placed on the dining table, with a big pot in the middle. This scene is all too familiar to dear. My parents were very busy when I was a child. In order to save trouble, my mother would often steal everything in one pot. When she grew up, she was busier than her mother. I was so busy that even cooking became impossible. The endless overtime gradually drove her away from her family. The days when we can sit down together and have a meal seem incredibly precious. The pot on the table is still steaming as if the dish has just been cooked. Panglu stares at the food in the pot, trying hard to discern the ingredients inside. Rather than calling it food, it's more like completely unidentifiable mess. It looks thick and gooey, almost as if it's still wriggling. Ignore the pot of food, take a bite and see. Hmm, take a bite. Dementia. So the last one is brave, cautious, dementia. Take a bite, take a bite. It's been so long since I've eaten mom's cooking. Panglu picks up the nearby spoon and scoops a spoonful into their mouth. The lump of stuff churns on tongue as if it has a life of its own. After chewing for a moment, there's a sensation of something hard, like a shell. She spits out and eats the remnants half-eaten insect, somewhat resemble a cockroach. It's clearly visible. Abandoning the taste test, take another bite. But let's go for another. Insects, bugs, delicious. I'll take another bite. Panglu scoops up another spoonful and puts it in their mouth. She herself isn't sure why she's doing this, but she just does it anyway. And the texture during the second taste is even more diverse. Not only can you taste the hard skin and limbs of arthropods, but you can even detect something resembling egg casings. The moment the teeth break through, there is a burst of slippery substance distinct from the other sticky textures. This disgusting feel is even a bit addictive. Pangolins always swallows the mouthful, a fleeting daze crossing their face. Full now, let's go outside and take a look. She was already enjoying the food. Pan opened the door and walked out. Place yourself in the place where you lived when you were a child. Wangxiang Town. A stale smell assaulted my nostrils, along with the mold-infested buildings and dilapidation. There is not a trace of people in the empty streets. It was as if the old town was enveloped in death. What on earth is it? Why has the Wangxiang town I was once familiar with become so weird and terrifying? The moon, how could it be so huge, as if it was about to swallow the entire world? Have I traveled through time? This doesn't look like what the real world should look like. The deer walked quickly, trying to find its kind in silence. Walking and shouting for help, keep quiet and keep low profile, walking upside down. Hmm. Maybe this to be careful and this to be brave? Maybe. Let's do this, yep. Shimuel made noise, hoping to attract attention. If there were anyone else in town, they would have heard her. After leaning for a while, sure enough, she found a figure waving to her in a small shop not far away. Panlu ran towards the canteen excitedly. As she got close, she saw clearly. The person waving was not a person, but a distorted thing. What the hell? That thing is wearing a earphone. Even though there was a slight distance, Panlu could still hear the music coming from the headphones. It's a piece of music that is difficult to express in words with weird melody and chaotic rhythm. Is this a monster? I'm still I'm still a monster who likes to listen to music. I guess I have bad hearing, so I turned the volume up very loud. The abrupt arms growing out of the monster are still waving to the music, and from a distance they look like a waving person. The monster has no eyes, so it probably didn't notice me. Pick up a stone throw at it? No. Change direction, walk from it. But we are here to test, so let's do this. It doesn't seem to be offensive at all. Do you want to throw a stone at it? If something that easy to deal with, you don't have to worry about it again if you encounter it later. Planet thought about it, then grabbed a big stone and threw it at the monster. After the monster was in pain, it instantly retracted its arms. Then it turned around and rushed towards Panlu at extremely fast speeds. Panlu fell. Holy shit. So that's like death. So there is like game over on the game. That's why they say to save. But of course, I'm also here trying to test. I think this is to skip, right? Because I play some visual novels. I think because it's hard to know, but I think that's it. Like holy shit. That's why they say to save because they are like game overs. Better say like that. But this is what called my attention to the game. Like it's weird. The game is weird, and at the same time, the artwork is very good. Like you can see the artwork of the game is very good. That's what called my attention too. Because first, like horror and weirdness together, and then the artwork. So I have to try. Yes, it's not well translated. There's some things that are not well in there. It's like that's why they release demos to give feedback. Trying to reach to that, but I knew that I would die, like throwing a stone like crazy to a monster. But it's like I want to see the things. So I did this. There was cautious. I like these. Like we are a robot in there. On the only to do the same thing that I did. Like how it's called on the dream. Like on that piece, we were a robot. Like what a dream is that? Let's do this. We see that monster hearing music. Okay, I can take out this. So change direction, I walk away from it. Pangu carefully avoid the monster and head in another direction. Soon after Pangu came to the police station. It was also dead silent here. There's a high probability that there will be no police here. As soon as she stepped into the police station door, a breeze blew in her face. Why is there wind here? It's so strange. It's so quiet outside. It's like the air has condensed. Walk past the counter. There seems to be a light in the corridor. This light looks very soft, not like a lamp, but like sunlight. What's going on here and why is there light? Dear, you came. Ah, Zhu Xiao. I knew you'll come to the police station first in this environment, so I've been waiting for you here. I just happened to pass by. I want to come here for help. We are really in tune with each other. Yeah, I can say that. Oh, Zhu Xiao, favorability. Okay, this favorability. Hey, it seems you are implicated. I'm really sorry, Zhu Xiao. Originally, these bizarre things were only supposed to happen to me, but I didn't expect you to appear here too. If this is just a dream, I hope it wakes up quickly. Why do you need to apologize? Isn't it great luck to be able to travel through time once in your lifetime, especially with you? Well, it not be the same as the time travel in the novel. You can't see anyone else here. Yeah, but as soon as I came to the police station, I saw her. Who? Zhu Xiao pulled Pang Lu into the glowing room. What's gonna be in there? What the? This room is full of greenery and the breeze is gentle. It's like being in a paradise, two completely different worlds from outside the threshold. There was no ceiling visible above, but dazzling light sunlight. But I don't know where this sunshine comes from. There is a big tree in the center of the flowers, and a woman is leaning against the tree. She has long black hair and snow white skin, exuding an intoxicating light. The blue night gold hung soft on her body. So peaceful and serene, it seems particularly harmonious in this quiet environment. Pang will look at her intently. What she's doing, she's so pretty. Favorability, we don't know the name. Oh, and Zhu Xiao didn't like that we say she's so beautiful. The deer was deeply attracted. Her heart started to beat fast and she couldn't look away, admiring every detail of the woman in front of me, her hair, her face, her closed eyes. This is what I look like when I came here. No matter how much I scream, she won't wake up. Could it be a dead person? I don't dare to touch her. Pang Lu looked closer. This woman is harmonious with her surroundings as a picture. It's not translated in there. Pang Lu picked up her hand. The cold touch brought her thoughts back to 20 years ago. The time when I met Hand Hand is still vivid in my mind. The black haired woman slowly raised her head and opened her eyes. Could it be Hand Hands? Pang Lu felt that all the happiness and sadness related to it were like rushing spring water, turning into many things he wanted to say. And when the words come to my lips, I don't know where to start. You, and hands? As soon as he finished speaking, cracks appeared on the black-haired woman's skin, then began to decay and collapse. What? No, Panglu realized something. Just like the scene back then, Han Han disappeared after a little bit of decay. Do not go! It all disappeared in an instant like a mirage. Panglu sat on the ground in despair, his eyes dull. What happens? Are you okay? She left me again. You mean, is she the hound? I don't know if she is, but I feel very sad and sad. It's okay, I'm here. Step forward, hug Shua, hand on this most part in my life. No, of course, she's our friend too, come on. Zhu Xiao caressed the deer gently. Time seemed to have stood still, and the two of them temporarily forgot about their surroundings. After calming down, the two of them supported each other and walked towards the door of the room. Before I could reach the door, a man's voice suddenly came from outside. Oh shit! After searching for a long time, I didn't even see a gun. Who knew this would be the case? The world here is clearly not normal. Somebody's coming. Want to ask them for help? Shh! They come to the police station to look for yappers, not decide the police, so don't expose them yet. It's all your fucking fault. If you hadn't killed someone, we would be in this inexplicable place. Shut up, you. Obviously, it was you who said that he saw our face and could not be left alive. Originally, I just want to simply rob him. Do you hear that? They are obviously not good people. Let's run away first. But Zhu Jiao was so frightened that his legs became weak. He fell to his knees with thud. What sound? Go check it out. Oops, found out. Bang Luo grabbed Zhu Xiao, rushed to the window and jumped out. I didn't expect that there was a manhole with a missing cover on the ground outside the window. They both fell into the hole. Immediately afterwards, the voice of the two gangsters rang out just above the entrance of the cave. Did you see anything? We thought, don't be a monster. Then we won't go down. What to do next? Do you remember who the person you killed was? How the hell should I know? No, I mean, do you remember his features? Of course, such a big crescent moon mark, and it's still on my face. It's really amazing. Yep, very obvious crescent marks. Then what? What do you want to say? There is a cathedral in Wangxiang town. Do you remember? We used to steal stuff there. Remember, it was stolen, so what? On top of the main hall inside, there is a very large crescent moon picture. Yep, not just on top, you can see the crescent moon pattern almost everywhere in that church. Well, was the person I killed a believer in the church? Definitely is. The world suddenly changed after you killed him. We should go to the church and see, maybe we can go back. After that, the two left. Do we hear it? What they just said. Well, but what does it have to do with us? Go to Wangxiang Town Church and maybe you can find a way back. But neither you nor I have the crescent mark on our body, so our time travel has nothing to do with that church. Let's give it a try. We don't have any better plans at the moment, right? But what's wrong? Don't you want to go back to your original world? Well, your safety is more important. I want to find a hand. Gonna say this. Of course, I know that we're gonna lose to her, but I want to fight. Anyway, go take a look first. Maybe you can find something. Of course, our objective is find hand. I understand the order is to save Zhu Xiao, but we want to find who it is hand. I think it's that woman. This is an old church. My father said that this building had existed when he was very young. It does look quite ancient. Weird shape and old age. Some people even say that this is not something built by earthlings at all, but comes from some mysterious force. It sounds a bit like the mysterious legend of the Egyptian pyramids. It's incredible, combined with the current environment. On the contrary, this church seems to be most harmonious building. Really? The gate was breached. It was probably those two guys who did it. There is a broken sign on the ground next to the door. It says, "Welcome to join the monthly humor meeting. Please believe in the red robes. They can give you all the help and everything they say is correct. Please forgive Crescent Mark. They have been punished enough and need to be forgiven. If you feel confused, add up and we'll find the answers you want." This sign was badly damaged. It had traces of being daubed on it, and it seemed like it had been altered. I can barely see few scrawled words. Don't believe, don't forgive. It's a bit weird who wrote these notices and who modified them. Does the Moonlight Symposium refer to organizations in the church? I think it's necessary for us to write down these notices. Maybe they can be used later. Make a note of notice. So I still don't know what is this because we have here three things to have. Hey, I thought there would be a spacious and empty hall inside search, but I didn't expect it to be a long corridor. There are rooms on left and right, so be careful. The two gangsters are probably behind a certain door. Okay, we need to save. Okay. Reception room. So broken. Compared with the corridor, the reception room was too shabby. Evil, disgusting. What are those red things on the ground? They look like eternal organs. Are there tombstones placed on the left and right sides? It's probably not a tombstone. It looks like a sofa. Maybe it's a little shriveled and deformed due to age. The round wooden table is in the middle has also been damaged, and there's still some blood stains on the table. There was a piece of big red cloth hanging on the collapsed ceiling, and a crescent moon pattern could be vaguely seen on the cloth. This upside down crescent moon image should be the symbol of this search. There's a deep space behind the red cloth, and I don't know what's inside. You don't want to go in, do you? Let's go in and explore, Brave. No, don't go in. Okay, listen to you. Wait for me here. Now wait for me. Oh, it's negative already. The deer then lifted up the red cloth and plunged into the darkness. Zhu Xiao was left stunned in place. Pan Lu only took about 10 steps before felt regretful, because it's so dark here that I can't see anything clearly. She stretched out her hands and waved them around in a daze. She felt as if she had touched something. There are a bunch of them, which are a bit prickly. It appears to be a pile of hay. She stopped moving and cold sweat began to break out on her forehead, because she clearly felt that pile of hay like things was alive and moving. It can't be some kind of monster, right? The demon retreated as quick as possible. He retreated in front of Zhu Xiao. What's wrong? Do you find anything? No, don't know what it is. Too dark. You're right. Don't go in. Did you notice the wall on the right? The piece of wall peeling off. Well, there is some exposed stone over there. Is there something wrong? The shape is very round, smooth and slimy. It doesn't feel like a stone, but rather like some kind of egg. When you say this, it seems that it is indeed evil. Lick it with your tongue. Okay, dementia. Pan Lu leaned close to the wall and touched the round things. Sure enough, it's not a stone, it's soft and soft. She continued to stick out her tongue and lick the mucus oozing from it. There is a faint fishy smell. You, what are you doing? What's wrong? Why you touch that thing? I don't do anything stupid. Let's leave quickly. Zhu Xiao took Pang's arm and walked out of the reception. That's like, come on. Of course, this is to test to see things. This room looks like the boss office. Indeed. Who could be sitting here? Leader? Pang Lu walked forward and groped carefully. The tabletop and drawers were empty. She walked behind the chair and touched the wall. Is there a cabinet behind the chair? It feels like a door, but it's locked and can't be opened. Could it be a secret passage or something? Not sure. Let's look elsewhere. Keep going. Prayer room. Opening the door, a deep all-female voice came from inside. I saw a man in a red robe sitting on his knees on the ground, muttering something inaudible. Who is that? He looked like a believer was praying. The man in the red robe noticed something and stood up slowly. Do you need help? We want to go back to the original world, but don't know how to do it. Zhu Xiao. That's it, I understand. What do you understand? Do you know how to go back? Only by sincere atonement can we gain liberation. You are just as guilty as I am. That's why he was imprisoned. What are you saying? Join the Lunar Humor Society and receive the Lord's grace. Under the Lord's blessing, all sins will be washed away. Then you can get endless light. What we want is way to live. Can you make it more clear? Only by joining the monthly humor seminar can you gain what you want. Do you mean become a religious person? As long as I join the church, can I get what I want? Is everything okay, including hand? Come join us, it's all worth it. No, we have no plans to join yet. Zhu Xiao interrupted the conversation loudly. There was a hint of anger in his tone. I'm here to help you. I'm always available. The man in red robe leaned over and jumped down into the black hole on the floor, disappearing without a trace. What a strange person, Xiaolu. What do you think? I also don't think what she says is credible. I think she can help. No. Cautious. Well, although a lot of incredible things have happened, we still have to stay awake. Because the thing in front that said about to trust the red robes like that, I think it's fake. That. Why is there only misfortune in my life? What I have done wrong to have endured such torture? My parents and my home are no longer here. I have nothing left. Why didn't I not repent properly? God, if all this is my fault, I'm willing to accept all punishment. Let my parents come back. I want to see them again. Just one look. There's a little girl confessing. Her voice was very sad. She must have gone through some hardship. After that, Panlu walked in. Hey, where are the people? The girl's shadow disappeared. Could it be that you encountered a ghost? There is an apple on chair. Looks very fresh. Pick up the apple. Oh, it's an item. These are items that you can pick up. Okay, okay. What do you want to do with it? Maybe I can use it later. Okay. Locked down room. This looks like a lot of like a prison cell. I don't know who it is used for. There was nothing but an iron bed. There might be something under the bed. Pummeling it down, I got under the bed, carefully explored the back of the iron bed. Look, there's really something. A set of torn ropes. It should be worn by believers. Come on, come on. That thing must have been worn by a dead person. Do you want to wear it? Why? I do not want. Force her to wear. Give up. Hush, just kidding. Well, go ahead and check out the other place. Ugh, it stinks. Oh my god, what are these? The blue thing on the left look like intestines. What? Is it internal organs? How come there are such big internal organs? Was it left behind by a monster? Too disgusting. There are several large sarcoids on the right wall. What do you want to do? You don't want to go up and lick it a few more times? Will I do that? Hard to say. Do you feel there is something in this sarcoma? No, I can't see anything. Even if there is something inside, it's definitely not good stuff. Really. If we don't open this sarcoid, we might miss something. Cut sarcoma. Dementia. More dementia. Damn. Did you find a piece of gravel with sharp edge on the ground? She cut sarcoma and a large amount of turbimucus instead flowed out. Along with this pool of slime, there was two heavy objects falling to the ground, a scythe and a shield. Look, I just said there are good things. It's decay, I don't want it, and it looks so heavy that I can't use it. No matter what, I'm going to take one piece away. So this means maybe to attack or defend. I think I gotta take the shield, cautious. Because you can't go back because that place. Check the toilet. This last room. Toilet. What the? Alice, what's wrong? There's something in the pit. What? I did not see it. Feeling like there's a monster. There it is. Look, it's the eyes. Are you dazzled? I still didn't see anything. No way, it's always very conspicuous. I'll go down and take a look. More dementia. Stop, don't do anything stupid. Duxiao grab Panglu. At this time, Panglu noticed that the A scattered in the toilet. What are these grass used for? No need to ask, of course. I understood. They don't even have toilet paper. These church people are so pathetic. Do you want to pick some up? I feel like I can use it in the future. Pick up A. But I can put one thing in my pocket. Should I replace the apple with A? Oh, so even we are another space, right? There's other space in here. Means that like if it's something like apple, like food, let's say like food, you can only have one. Then there's like let's say a yapon, right? The yapon or a shield, let's say like that. You can only have one, and maybe in here can be like let's say a key, right? Let's say a key could be for that. Okay, I'm understanding. These could be keys, yapons, and food. Should I pick hay? Because we know where it was hay. I think it should be on in the beginning. That room that I went alone, maybe it was for there. So maybe no. Interesting. You're gonna have to have good decisions in here. They walked through the long corridor and came to the sacrificial hall. Whoa, it's so spacious in here. Notice there's a guy in the middle on the middle platform. Huh? Is he a gangster? Not like that. There is a head crescent moon on his forehead. He must be a believer. Two screws were driven into his eyes, and his body was bound with wires and thorns, as if he had been tortured. He could have been the true gangsters. This sacrificial hall. This man must have been sacrificed on the sacrificial altar. Ah, human sacrifice. This must be a cult. Let's see if he's dead or alive. The two approached slowly. Just listen to the man begging in a weak voice. Forgive me, forgive me. God has forgiven me. You just need to pour that pot of holy water on me, and I will be free from torture. Please, please forgive me. Are you talking to us? Yes, yes, please help me. Panlu looked around and found a copper pot next to the altar. It should be the holy water he was talking about. Forgive. What are you up to? To save him, of course. But I always feel something is wrong. Do you remember what sign said? Billboard? Cannot remember. As he said that, Panlu poured the water from the copper pot on the man. Ha ha ha. Right, that's it. Ah, thank you, Lord. Thank you for your forgiveness. I saw that the man's belly was gradually bulging, getting bigger and bigger. Then skin tore and a lot of black sticky substance came out. Now I have more abilities to assist you. Please accept the true sacrifice I offer. Of course, we are dead. The man's body suddenly burst open, spewing out a large amount of black mooks. Pangolin and Zosha were swallowed up in an instant. Dead again. That's good. I like that. Let's go in there only to do what I did. That was cool to see, like, we dying. No, it was this one. I don't know if the order of the rooms, if you do another order, if something different will happen. Like, okay, let me go to the confessional first, and then the prayer will be different. But in there, one thing I want to say too is, like, if I had the weapon instead of the shield, will I be able to defeat that monster? One thing that I want to test. In here, I say give up. I want to test it again, only to see. Okay, cut. So, I'm only gonna save in here, but other save. Only to see. Take the sickle. That is to be brave. Only to see. Okay. We already be in here, right? Yes. Because I want to see what is the difference. If I can defeat that guy. Okay, this is the height. We see in there. Okay, in here I say this. No, I don't want the A because it's to switch from the apple, so... I want to see if with this, if you can defeat the monster or not, this one. You can say, again, repeating, that I want, is only to see if it works or not. No, doesn't work, okay. Even with the weapon, we can't. Right? Yes, we can't. Okay. Take away the shields. It was only to test to see the difference. Okay, it is the same, okay. I only wanted to see what is the difference if I have the weapon, because you could face the monster, but it seems that doesn't work. Because you never know. Okay, in here, so we need to ignore him. I understand that you can say, but the tablets say to that you should not do that and like that. I understand that, so ignore. But it's testing. I'm here only to test things. What's next? There are several doorways here. I don't know which one to go either. Can't fucking get rid of it. Gonna catch up. It's the voice of those two gangsters. Did they meet a monster? I feel like the sound is getting closer. After a while, the two gangsters were seen rushing out of the doorway on the far right. Following closely behind, there is a monster dressed as a mate. The fuck? Where did the girl come from? No matter what, just lure the monster to me first. Not good. Run! The two of them panic and rush towards the leftmost doorway. As soon as they ran into, they found that there was no road ahead. What to do? Panlu and Xiao huddled together, raising their shield to defend themselves, leave the rest to fate. The gang saw the shield set up in front and look at the window. All of them step on the shield at the same time. What? They kick hard on the roll out of the wind. They made the maid monster stop and stood quiet in front of Su Xiao. Are we dead? So they used the shield to get out. So if we had the weapon, it would be different. Su Xiao closed her eyes tight and whispered, "No." Su Xiao opened his eyes slightly and couldn't help but tremble when he saw the monster in front of him. Why is still there? Don't be afraid, we are not sure yet whether it's going to attack us. So it appears here the name of the monster, you can see. This monster has no head and is covered in hair, like a scarecrow. By the way, I just saw a lot of hair in the torch, just like the ones on her body. If I know better, I would have given some to her. Maybe we could have spared our lives. You are so whimsical. This monster really means no harm to us. Do not be afraid. So wait. Lowered in here. So take away the sickle. I only want to see because now it's getting interesting. So it's getting interesting. I want to see the difference in here. You can say, but the apple could be for other thing. Yes. Pick up the A, apples for A. Ah, but we put the apple on the toilet. Do you saw that? Interesting. So we took like, okay, I don't need the apple for anything. That's very interesting. It's like discard. Simple what it say, like you discarded the apple, so you can't pick up anymore. Okay. Don't be afraid, we have weapons. Panlu is sick and prepared to fight to death. When the gang saw this, they all showed fierce looks and rushed towards them. At this critical moment, the cycle was waved. Ooh! Ah! I saw the gangs were both cut in half. Panlu himself was also shocked. He didn't expect this cycle to be so powerful. As the gangs fell, the main monster stopped moving. Are we dead? This same, right? This monster as well is covered in hair like a scarecrow. By the way, I have a pickle from the toilet on me, which is very similar to what it has on me. Give it to it, maybe it can spare our lives. Do you have to do this? The deer took out the hay and extended his hand to signal. The monster seemed to understand what she meant, took the hay and put it on his body. Oh, +5 ability to this monster. Wow. Look, it seems to understand my thoughts. Ha, this. This mod really means no harm to us. Do not be afraid. Panlu and Zuxiao turned to Sacrificial Hall again. What the? The guy disappeared. The living sacrifices now disappeared. The copper cat on the side also disappeared. There is a large hole above the sacrificial altar. Did it collapse? Did the man just fall down too? Let's go down and have a look too. Interesting. You gain favor to that, but if you have an apple, you can't. And the gangsters with the scythe, we kill the gangsters with the shield. They are alive. Turns out it's so big inside, it seems to extend in all directions, like a maze. Someone is crying? Do you hear that? It seems like someone is crying. Pablo quickened his pace, looking for the source of the sound. Literally, wait for me! The crying gradually subsided. When Pablo reacted, he was already standing in front of a statue. Where did the statue come from? Do you think this character looks familiar, like a witch? There are witnesses in many stories. Which one are you referring to? Her razor palm was just big enough to hold an apple. There we go. Does she look like the witch from Snow White in the fairy tale? Maybe this is a mechanism. Putting an apple on it triggers something. It's a pity that I don't have any apples on with me. There may be many secrets behind this. Xiang Town is not as simple as we think. Does this mean we can't go back? No, we can go back, but it won't let us go so easily. Who is that? The town itself, Xiang Town, is alive. Why can't I understand what you said? There we go. If you had an apple, you give to the statue, but you wouldn't give to the monster of A, the maid of A. I don't know how long I've been gone. They came across a section of road that didn't look very solid. There were many gaps between the gravel and it felt like there was a danger of collapse. What should I do? Should I continue to move forward? Walk carefully. The two of them moved forward cautiously from both sides. However, the stone beneath his feet suddenly began to collapse. Zhu Xiao immediately fell down while Pang Lu hooked his sickle into the crack in the wall. But he couldn't hold for long and fell down. So if it had the shield, maybe it couldn't handle, so it fell immediately, but because of this scythe, could put in their hand a little bit, but then fell. So close. Fortunately, there was a underneath. It feels like it saved us again. Who? That maiden is a straw man. Seeing this A reminds me of it. There we go, because maybe we gave the A, saved us from a big fall. I thought my sickle is still hanging on it, and it looks like I can't get it back. As soon as two of them took a breather, mist began to fill the air around them unknowingly. What's going on? Not sure. Could it be a monster? Huh? Is this smoke an attack from monster? Not sure if it's poisonous yet. It's important to cover your mouth and nose first. The two of them pinched their mouths and nose and began to hold their breath. The smoke became thicker and thicker, and soon they lost sight of each other in the grey haze. After some time, the deer has reached its limit. Cal, it doesn't seem like poison gas. Su Xiao, where are you? Su Xiao. There was silence and no response. You can breathe. This gas is not poisonous. You won't suffocate yourself to death, right? Su Xiao, say something. Still no answer. Oops. Pang Lu groped around in panic but found nothing. She became more and more frightened, and the sound of crying came to her ears again. Explode direction of the sound. What's gonna happen? Whoa, animation. Whoa, wasn't expecting this. The deer moves towards the direction of the cry. After no amount of time, the fog began to dissipate. There is a canyon ahead. What's gonna be? Palu stood up and the scene in front of her made her sigh. What she is looking for is right in front of her. What's gonna be? It's hand. It's really you. It's hand. There you go. Chapter 1 end. The above of is the full content of trial version. Look forward to complete version. There we go. So we're gonna lower it to try in here to be different a little bit. So let's go again with, let's try with the shield now to not kill those guys. Not give the A. Keep going. Not give the A, but with the apple. To see what is the difference in there. Check the toilet. You see this eye in there. Exit the toilet. Run all these. Will be a way to forgive this guy if we add the how you say that coat, the red coat, maybe. So they escape like that because of the shield. They use it to escape. In here, because we don't have, it appears with 0, because if you give, it goes to 5. In here we hear someone crying. So in here we can give the apple. There you go. Oh, what's this? This is Snow White tiara. Huh? Tiara? No, it's like a ribbon, right? Huh, who designed such mechanism and what is their intention? Panlu thought for a long time. There may be many secrets hidden behind this. Washal is not simple a way to think. Okay, this we already saw. So only to receive that. So in here carefully. Collapse. Joshua fell immediately. Now we'll pick up the shield and put it under his feet, then also drop it. Of course, that's the difference. Fortunately, there was a plate of hay underneath. Zhu Xiao fell on a stick unarmed. The deer fell on the ground, but fortunately there was a shield to buffer them, and both of them escaped. Unfortunately, the shield was shattered. Almost died. It's strange why they are so... Okay, these we already... No, it's different. Straw, I think about that guy again. Who? That May Straw man. Seeing this age reminds me of it. As soon as them briefer, it must be gone. Okay, this is the same. But we only saw that these shoe holes, is what this place, the weapon and a normal item. In here must be how I can say a key. It has to be. So let's try this one. Groping in direction of silence. Let's see what we can see in here. The deer moves the opposition of the cry. I don't know how long it took, but suddenly noticed a strange shadow in front of her. Zhu Xiao, is that you? No, this is not human. The fuck? So ugly. You are the one who looks ugly. Ouch, the monster actually spoke. You are the monster. My name is Ababa, and I am a beautiful and talented monster. Well, it seems to be armor species. I'm a painter, very talented one. Come and take a look at my works. First picture, how do you feel? What the? Praise? The paint is very good, like an unfinished house. What do you think of the second painting? At all? This princess is very beautiful drawn. The last one, what do you see? Can't read. It seems that you are quite knowledgeable about art. Not bad. Oh! In these 3 paints of mine, what I painted are all tragedies. Tragedy? But I don't have time to study the story behind the painting now. Do you know where my friend Zhu Xiao went? Zhu Xiao? Do not know. But I have to remind you one thing. Be careful of the monsters in the town. There we go. Especially their violence behind the scenes. Do you know what the final villain looks like? I have no idea. Or no. Let's save Ollie to Tavi. No. The big villain is you, right? Ha! How do you know I'm the villain? Even though I disguised myself so well, I was still recognized by you. Thanks to you, I acknowledge your strength, but I will never tell you what my weaknesses are as a villain. You'll never know that my biggest fear is salt. What should you do now? You are weak and helpless face your fear. Can you give me salt? What do you want salt for? To feed you, I need salt. If you have salt, you'll defeat me. How could I do this? I'm not a fool. Then I can't continue setting off. Why can't we set off? Because I have no salt. Then why don't you go find it yourself? Why do you want me to give it to you? You guy who just sits back and enjoys it? Slap it, cry, slap it. How dare you hit me? No one in this life dares to hit me. Unless the person who hit me is my wife. Will you marry me? Very willing. What? What? Pangula and Baba live happily in the void world. Reach them. A monster ending. What? What? Okay, let's go see more. Salt. Slap it. Turn on and leave. Okay, this will leave to saving, right? Okay, that is one of the endings because it seems that them as one of like us maybe like one ending or two maybe because that was the monster ending. Like we marry with that monster. Oh my god, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, there you go. Like I say, it seems very good. The game, like the choice matter, what you pick matters. Because if you have the apple, you get that ribbon, right? Or what's called? They say tiara, but I don't think that's tiara, right? But if you pick A, you get favorability with the hay made. So the difference of the choice, every choice that you do will matter for the endings, of course. So it's like it's good because it will have multiple endings, meaning a lot of replayability. But like, and the artwork is good. The problem is the translation. They need to translate better because you can see that the translation is sometimes it seems like Google translated and not like a real translator. Other times it seems because it's like a human that translated. So, but for a visual novel, for what a visual novel is, like very good, because there are certain visual novels that there are certain choice, but some choice don't affect nothing. In this one, everything effect has an effect in terms of favorability, right? With your friend, with the monsters. There is the to be brave, cautious, dementia, meaning that those choices will, like, if you have a lot of dementia, meaning that something weird in the end will happen, or brave because you can fight enemies. So, and then there is those three spots that are empty. Like I say, one is maybe for weapons, another is for items like an apple or hay or ribbon, something to give, and the other maybe to open doors, maybe for keys, who knows, because you don't see for what it is. And then of course the objective of the game is discover the all the endings. That's gonna be the purpose when the game comes out. It's gonna be to get all the answers. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be for that too. But for what the demo is very good. What they need to fix is there is some translations that are not translated to English. Some like English is not correct. Like you can see that we are a girl, but sometimes it's saying he. So they need to fix that because it's Google translation. And the how it is the text is too much to the right, so they need to put on the middle because sometimes it's hard to read. They need to put on the middle the text. So, but the rest of the game is very cool. A lot of game overs because you can die. So it's good. The artwork is cool. The story, like I say, it's weird the story, but you start to understand at the same time. So it's gonna be a good game to pay attention. It's what's gonna be. Of course, doesn't have a date, but like you can wish list the game if you like visual novels and horror and weirdness. You can wish list, and at the same time you can play the demo because it came out on Steam Next Fest. You can go and play it, and of course, if you like I said, if you like it, and I think you're gonna like it, you got a wish list to help the developers and the game to get more visibility, and give your feedback to developers to improve more and more the game until it gets released. So hope you guys enjoy here the gameplay of the demo, and see you guys next time.